Hey everyone, I'm Myra. I'm a professional audio engineer and violinist that works full-time here in LA. And today I'd like to share with you a little bit about the Yamaha YEV series. I have two of their violins here. One of them is the YEV 105 as well as the 105 Pro that was just released this year. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So all of the information I'm going to give you today would be based off my personal experience playing these two violins. I believe that any other specs related questions you might have, you can find them online. But I just felt like there was a lack of videos that showed real life playing experience with these violins. So if you're a fellow violinist or just someone that wants to try out the violin, hopefully this might be helpful to you. So I've been playing the YEV 105 for about 5 years now, and I chose to go with it because of how easy it was to use. It was my first electric violin, so I was kind of overwhelmed with the choices, and I didn't want something that was so complex. So this is a really easy choice to go for. You just basically plug in a 1/4 inch and you play. It works very similarly to an acoustic violin, so transferring over those skills to this was not difficult at all. The 105 Pro right here is a newer model of this violin, and I first interacted with it at NAMM in 2026 this year, and it's really blown me away. So as a violinist, I saw quite significant upgrades that was helpful to me. Now the part that everyone has been waiting for: what is the difference between these two violins? Now the Pro is significantly lighter than the older model, and this makes a huge difference for me, especially when I play longer gigs. Hour, 2 hours, sometimes slightly longer, and you know that really weighs down on your arm. Now the electric violins are already heavier than the acoustic violins, and so when I first started playing this one, I really felt a strain sometimes when I would go between the acoustic and this, because it was just so much heavier, and it made my entire body tense up. With the acoustic violin, we are used to having the sound come out immediately, just right beside our ear, versus this one, obviously the sound doesn't give you that immediate response. So I found myself already playing slightly harder than I would on an acoustic, and having that extra weight definitely made it more difficult for me. I felt myself get tired very quickly. But you know, it's not the end of the world. I got used to it eventually, but it is more tiring playing on this one. Versus the new Pro, it is significantly lighter. So I found that when I've started using these for gigs, in the past 3 months, it's been a much nicer experience because it's just so much lighter. When you pick it up, you can feel how different it is. So coming to the neck of the violin, as you can see on this one, the varnish is slightly heavier, and it doesn't really feel that much like a wood. It feels slightly more plasticky. And it's like shiny, versus this one, it's a natural finish. It feels very much like just a normal acoustic violin. I like this finish much more. It feels better when I'm playing. This one, because it's like shinier, it does get a slightly like stickier, so not as smooth going up and down. That's what I feel. But I do wonder if this is purely because I chose the black finish on the older model rather than the natural finish. So I can't be 100% sure if this is due to the difference in the models or just the difference in the colors. Yeah, but that's a difference that I noticed. Next, we have the pegs. For the older model, the pegs are exactly the same as your acoustic violin. They turn and lock similarly. It's your normal wooden pegs. Sometimes it's a little harder to turn it, but you know, it stays in place. So with these pegs, they upgraded these pegs for it to be a little bit more like guitar pegs. So it makes it really easy to turn. You will have no problem turning it, and it's kind of like mind-blowing how easy it is to tune the violin, especially quickly. For me though, I do get slightly concerned because I'm very used to feeling how tight the strings are and hearing that sound. It kind of gives me a sense of security. Compared to this one, there's no sound and you can just keep going and keep twisting, and you will never know if you over twist it. So sometimes I do worry that the strings might snap a little easier. So while it is way easier to tune the violin with the YEV Pro, I have noticed that it tends to get out of tune a little quicker. I believe it's because it's so easy for the pegs to be wound and I guess unwound. So it does go out of tune a little quicker, which is sometimes a little bit of a concern, especially if you're planning to play outdoors where temperatures might fluctuate quite a bit. I believe sound is king, so if something doesn't sound good, then everything else doesn't matter. So here's a little demonstration of what the YEVs sound like with no processing at all. So I personally prefer the sound with the YEV Pro, but I don't know, to each their own. What do you think? Maybe you prefer the older version, and that's totally fine. Mind you, I had no problems with the previous version. It's taken me through so many stages of life, and it has gotten me so many gigs, so many opportunities. I always make sure to process my sound, whether or not it's with the Pro or with the older version. So after processing, it usually sounds pretty good. But I wanted to give you a picture of what the clean signal sounds like, and hopefully that helps you make a better decision. Okay, that's all. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out. Don't hesitate. Comment below and I will try my best to answer it. I know choosing a violin is very difficult, and as a violinist myself, I believe that it's important to have the right instrument. So yeah, ask me any questions you might have, and if you want any other videos, let me know as well. I'll see you next time. Bye!